inside the One Bel Air mega mansion. There are quite a few luxury homes in California, but perhaps the one to trump them all is the mega mansion known as the One. Designed by architect Nile Niami, famous for his ambitious projects, this Bel Air mansion is more than everything you could ever want in a home. In this video, we'll go over some of the things that make the One stand out from its competitors, as well as a few reasons it may not be Niami's One in the end. Be sure to watch to the end to discover the truth about the mansion. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with the video. Exterior design. The One could almost be confused for an aircraft carrier from above from the exterior alone. With a tapered shape and more in the back than the front, this house has a ton of space, 100,000 square feet of space in fact. There are all sorts of features in it, including an auto gallery that can hold 30 cars, 5 swimming pools, an interior nightclub, and a bowling alley. Since this house is in Bel Air, you'll also have some quite noteworthy neighbors around, like Jennifer Aniston, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Will Smith, and more. The One was designed to be capable of hosting some of the grandest parties imaginable. And with neighbors like that, whoever buys it probably will. Situated on 8 acres of land, the house has some exterior gardens that add a bit of life to the concrete surrounding it. With the multiple decks for hangouts, pools with glass slides that people can peer into, and general design for hosting guests, the parties at the One will never be anything but grandiose and spectacular. One of the 5 pools has several floating circular couches on it, allowing people to sit and enjoy a drink or meal out on the water. Interior features. The interior features are nothing to sneeze at either. The One has 20 bedrooms and 30 bathrooms, with the primary master suite being bigger than most homes at 4,000 square feet. There are other interesting amenities, such as a room with candy walls, straight out of Willy Wonka. But sadly, one of the most impressive features was not able to make it into the One, the jellyfish room. This is a room with aquariums filled with jellyfish on all sides. As it turns out, surrounding a room with enough water to host the jellyfish proved to be a bit too difficult. Another nixed feature of the One was a freezer room and bar, with the idea being that the chilly temperatures would eschew the need for ice. Sadly, the feature proved to be too inefficient and was removed from the design plans. But that doesn't detract from some of the other impressive features, like the cigar room, gym, and just about every luxury amenity you could imagine. Like many luxury mansions, this house has a home theater, but unlike other mansions, the theater in the One can seat up to 50 people. And even then, that's the last thing you'd want to be doing at the One, considering all the other fun things there are to do in the mega mansion. The closets are bigger than some family rooms, and the open floor plan makes the rest of the house seem bigger than its already immense size actually is. On top of all that, its hilltop location allows for some great views of the LA skyline, as well as some privacy. The house boasts a modern design, opting for a black and white interior for most of the rooms. This complements the gray wood floors and marble walls that can be found inside the One, as well as the huge black chandeliers that hang from some of the ceilings. Some rooms opt for a darker look, while others lean toward a white and gray aesthetic. Both are superb and make the different rooms feel connected, but unique. There are other little touches too, like the library having glass walls, allowing for sunlight to stream into the room. There's also a waterfall that streams alongside the driveway, making even the approach up into the One a unique, fun experience. Of course, the main draw for any party at the One has got to be the interior nightclub, which can keep the party going long into the early hours of the morning. And with 30 bedrooms, even some of the most sizable parties can turn into sleepovers. Price. The One was originally announced to be $500 million. However, some financial troubles mean it could list for as low as $350 million. Construction finished up in December. Regardless if it sells for $500 or $300 million, if it does sell, it will be the most expensive home sold in Los Angeles County. Previously, that record was for former Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos and his purchase of a home in Beverly Hills for $165 million. The One dwarfs that, and even at its lowest price point, will be more than twice as expensive as the house that the then richest man in the world bought. While Niami has sold some other high-priced homes before, the higher the price, the harder it is to find a buyer. Most high prices are simply there to garner media attention, and are rarely sold at market value with no negotiation. Niami's idea for the One was, at its core, a gamble. A very high-stakes one at that, and one that has to come to fruition soon or be considered a total loss for him and his investors. Financial issues. While the One is certainly an impressive home, there are some issues with Niami as well as the One itself. The mansion has been reworked and delayed quite often, and both of those setbacks are costly. Although the One has been completed, Niami is facing foreclosure on the property. 3 years ago, Niami borrowed upwards of $80 million to help fund the construction of his mega mansion. However, that debt has grown to over $110 million, and Hankey Capital, Niami's lender, recently gave Niami a notice of default. This means Niami has 90 days to repay or at least renegotiate his 9-digit debt. The primary intent of this notice is to kickstart an official listing for the property. However, due to this increased pressure to make a sale, Niami could lose out on most of his profits from the potential sale of the One. Previously, a Niami mansion called Opus was listed for $100 million, but only sold at the end of 2020 for $38 million. If this cost percentage ratio persists through the sale of the One, the property could sell for as little as $133 million, barely enough to cover one of Niami's debts. Considering he bought the property where the One would be built in 2012 for $28 million, that price plus his current debt would turn the One into a net loss. Niami was called distracted by his investors, which is what prompted the notice of default. This may hold true. During the summer of 2020, Niami received 5 citations for illegal COVID-19 parties in various houses around LA. Niami has struggled so much with financing that he has offered $1 million to any social media influencer who can sell the property for him. Though to be fair, he's probably getting a deal here. Any realtor working on commission would get cut much larger than $1 million, considering the property value of the One. But if the One fails to sell, Niami could struggle to find new investors for another project, as the primary reason he was able to get investors for the One in the first place was his solid track record at turning homes into profits. If the One breaks that record, he could struggle to find the finances for another mega mansion in the future. Considering Niami's flair for the fantastic and his strong ambition, we can only hope that he can continue making more fabulously extravagant mega mansions in the future. What do you think? Can Niami overcome his financial troubles and sell the One, making the sale of the biggest, most expensive house in LA? Or will he simply default on his loans, and the One will be forever regarded as a failure years in the making? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Looking for more videos that cover LA properties? We've got another video with 5 of the best properties in Bel Air in the description below. If you're looking for more luxury home tours, check out this playlist. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss more videos by us. We've got more luxury videos like this one coming up soon. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Take care.